I'm here with Director of Track and Field and Cross Country, Coach Derek McKenzie. Now, Coach, you've been the director for a couple of months now. Now, how has your mindset transitioned from the cross country season to now the track and field season?
Yeah, well, I think the first thing is it's not always 75 and sunny out anymore. That's the big thing. But I think one of the things, the biggest transition is just getting ready to go every single week. In cross country, we compete pretty much every other week, so you're not competing every single week. But now that the track season is here, all 100 of our athletes, will be towing the line or competing in some capacity, and so just getting ready week by week is a challenge in a lot of different ways, but it's also exciting and fun because we get to see everybody compete. And that's the great thing about this sport is that no matter what happened the week before, you have another opportunity to prove yourself again the next week or do even better. So just excited for the season ahead and get going as we start up next week at Nebraska and at Doane.
Now, this program has had a long history of success. What expectations do you have for this program this winter and spring?
Yeah, the first couple months as the director, I've been drinking, I feel like, through a fast-moving garden hose at times, but I always feel like that's the best water out there, just right out of the garden hose. But the expectations, I think one of the great things about our program is we've had tons of success on the national level, conference level, and that's all known. And so we don't necessarily talk about expectations because if you're a high-level athlete, you kind of already know what's expected of you and what your goals are. And so I think that's the beauty about what we do right now is that we come to practice every single day, we work hard, we have fun, and we just keep on improving. And if we can do that day to day and stack days on top of each other and be consistent, I know we're going to be very successful at the end of the year. And we've talked a lot in our team meetings about being our championship self when it matters most. I think one thing that's different from the sport of track and field compared to maybe a sport like basketball or football, volleyball, baseball, anything, is that those head-to-head matchups during the week in those sports, they truly are meaningful for standings and things like that. But for the sport of track and field, it's all about quality, putting down marks throughout the season that are going to progress us into the championship season. It's not necessarily about just always winning a meet or winning a game or what it might be, but it's about just improving and going for that championship season. And we'll have some kids will compete every meet, we'll have some kids that won't compete every meet, and so it's fun to kind of organize that and do what's right for the athlete.
Now, last season there was a lot of success. As I mentioned, this program continues to find success in several ways. How did you fill the roles from the talent that left in the graduating class into this year's team?
Yeah, every year is the same thing. There's people that leave, new people come in, new leaders step up on the team that emerge. There's kids in our program right now probably that have no idea that they're going to be the leaders of the program. There's kids on our team right now that have no idea the success that they're probably going to have, and I think that's really cool. But the group that we had last year, you always, some of them, they're irreplaceable, to be honest. Miss a lot of them, but I said the same thing years past when the likes of Katie Crick graduated, and the Joneses and Aspen and other talented athletes in our program. And so every year somebody just steps up and continues. And so I expect that this year, and I don't see that changing.
Now, specifically, can you talk about this year's recruiting class and transfers?
Yeah, we have, right around 40. It's 41 now, actually, with incoming mid-year transfer. We have 41 newcomers, which is big. They're talented, but like any freshman or newcomer, there's a big learning curve. And as talented as the group is, they have a lot to learn, and where it comes with preparation and how to just get ready for a meet, get ready for practices and things like that. But from what I've seen with a lot of them, there's a few names. I'm just not to leave anybody out, but there's about 5 to 7 of them that I'm really excited about right away. And there's, as we get going through the season, they're all going to prepare and get to the spots they need to be. So excited about the group and putting it in with the returners that we have.
And now, like you mentioned, we have a meet in the next week.
Yeah.
What early improvements have you seen from this team? Any things that just really get you excited?
The numbers in the stopwatch and anything in track and field, when it's marked, that does not lie. That's the ultimate equalizer. And throughout the season, that we've had so far in training, we keep a lot of data over the years, and whether it's what we've done in the weight room or what we've done at the inter squad meet or in testing on the track that we've done, or just from my eyeball test, there's been some significant progress with some returners. And to see the freshmen kind of come in and see where they're at compared to what we've been in the past has been exciting. And so the strength numbers are up significantly, especially within our throws group. I would say a month ago at inter-squad, our throwers had the best inter-squad meet I've seen in my 9 years here. And so I'm really excited about what the throws group will do with Coach Freeze leading the way. And our young jumpers did a really good job of really putting down some really good marks at inter-squad, and so that's always encouraging. And then on the track, we had some great performances with our relays and over the hurdles and just straight on speed. So I'm excited for what we can do, but I also want to temper the expectations a little bit at times right away, because we'd had inter-squad and we competed, but it's been about 4 or 5 weeks, since we've been together again. So it's almost kind of restarting again and kind of seeing where we're at. So we're back on campus this week, and so we're getting ready for next week.
Now I want to ask you about the American Rivers Conference. Just like Nebraska Wesleyan, there are several schools in our conference that have a long history of great running programs. So just talk about what it's like competing in the American Rivers Conference.
Yeah, I wish we would see them more. In our sport, we don't have to see them every week, but I do wish that we could see our conference competitors a little bit more, because we love competing against them, because in all of our eyes, all of us coaches' eyes, not only here but at the other schools, it's the best track cross-country conference in the country. And I know there'll be some other coaches around the country that will probably disagree, but the numbers don't lie. But it's just exciting to be at a championship, a conference championship, where it is at times a mini national meet. I've used this example before, but last year in the men's 800 outdoors, you had to run 148 to even be in the top 3. That's better than a lot of Division I conferences that are out there. And so I think it's just really cool to go event by event and see exactly where we're at the national level and the conference level. And if you can compete in our conference at a high level, you will compete at a high level of national meet. And so that's always exciting to see how that translates.
Well, perfect, Coach. Thank you so much, and good luck this year.
All right.